Hey everybody, back again for another review today. In one of my last videos, obviously I unboxed this figure from Entertainment Earth, and now I'm going to review it. I'm super excited about this figure, just as excited as the Cretaceous, which is right here next to the dinosaur we'll be reviewing. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Dinoscape Mega Destroyers Stegosaurus. So I've already opened this figure already because I just couldn't wait to get it out of the package and just test it, see how it goes. And there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. So quickly, there's a difference in the packaging that I want to go through. I'm just going to remove this guy out of the way real quick. Even the capture gear. Alright, so one thing I noticed is that in this package there's an outline in green and it says Camp Cretaceous on the top, and the different colors in the background are slightly different too. And I say that because in the Cretaceous packaging it might be kind of hard to get both of these in. But as you can see, this one's outlined in like an orangish color, and this one's green. The tone in the background is kind of different. This one's more of like a sunset-y color, and this one's, I guess it's a sunset, but the colors are different. This one's more green with some blues and oranges, and this one's kind of like all in this like warm yellowish color tone. And also, this one has blue and the Jurassic World logo, while this one has Toro and Darius and the Camp Cretaceous logo. So maybe dinosaurs in this packaging are from the show, while ones in these ones are just random dinosaurs that Mattel made. But the package is basically the same throughout other ways. It just has the logo, Dinoscape, and in the back it just shows you what the figure does. Alright, so now to get onto the figure, here is the Mega Destroyer's Stegosaurus, and man, is this figure awesome. I thought it was just like a bit of a retool and a repaint, but there's actually a lot of differences here. First off, the colors. I love the colors. I love a green Stegosaurus, especially since they were mainly green in the Jurassic movies. So I'd say this one's pretty film accurate. Though this one would probably be from Camp Cretaceous, but still, a green Stegosaurus is more film accurate anyways. And I'm always good to have more Stegosaurs in my herd. But mainly this video, even though it's a review, a lot of it's going to be about comparison. So here is the original Action Attack Stegosaurus from the Fallen Kingdom toy line back in 2018. And I'm just going to go over all the differences that I find here. Number one, the head shape. This head is smaller and a little bit more flatter. This one's bigger, and it's a little bit more bulkier. And obviously the beak is open and this one's closed. The neck is a bit longer as well. And you can see the different sizes in the head too. One's fatter and one's a little bit more thinner. And another thing I noticed too is the arrangement of the plates, I believe. I think, well, the plates look slightly different because where the line cuts here, there's like a huge gap here, and this gap is a little bit further in, where this one is a little bit more out. It's a little bit hard to explain, but maybe you can kind of tell there's a little bit of differences in the plates. I feel like these ones are a little bit more detailed as well. Alright, and for the other side, this is where the differences seem to be happening the most. As you can see, for this part right here, there's at least 2 plates right here, and this one there are 3. And then on the back, there's backside here, there's 2 plates here, and this one has 3 plates. And then on the tail, if I can get it, you know, the tail has the main three facing towards us, same with this one, but there's another plate right here, whereas this one, it's not. It's a little bit more further up. But what I also think too is I think the plates are in reversed position. It's basically a mirror of the two different kinds, if that makes sense. So the plates that are on this side are now on this side, and the ones on this side are now on this side, I believe. And that kind of goes with the thagomizers or the tails too. Whereas the longer sides are on the left, whereas the longer sides on this one are on the right. So it's kind of a bit of the opposite. But I think I love the way this Stegosaurus looks better, because I feel like it's a little bit more a match to the Stegosaurus seen in the Jurassic World movies, at least. The other difference is the scales, the sculpted work in or on the body. This Stegosaurus, as you can see here, has larger scales right here. It goes into small ones and huge scales up along the back, which is exactly what the Stegosaurus in the movies, at least the Jurassic movies, had, which I think is a nice touch. So I would say this is a little bit more film accurate, whereas this one does not have any of that. It's just more, they're the more smaller scales. See, I'll even compare them. See the two legs? See, yeah, you can kind of see in the legs the different in detail, maybe even a little bit on the head as well. Even look at the back legs, which if I can even get the back legs on there, well, maybe kind of like that, maybe. See, they're kind of different. This one has a little bit just the same size scales throughout, and this one has larger ones on the top and smaller ones at the bottom. And then obviously the body, you can tell the difference in the sculpt. And even, yeah, like I said before, the plates have a little bit more sculpted detail in as compared to these. And that's basically it for like sculpting and detail and colors. Now let's get to articulation. Now, for this Stegosaurus, you know, we're all used to the legs moving and pivoting in and out, and this one moving in one direction, the head, I guess, kind of turning and going up and down, right? And obviously the tail has an action feature. This one's a little bit different. The head is probably the most interesting part. The head can rotate all the way around if you want it to. The head can move a little bit up and down. But another thing too that I noticed is they can go from side to side, which is another cool feature. So it can move all over the place. And the arms, again, basically go the same way as the original. The legs, yeah, basically the same way, and they can pivot in and out. But that's it for the articulation. So I guess the main different part was just the head. And there's a joint right here, which is the action feature. This action feature, just to push this plate right here, and it just does a standard tail swing. Whereas this one has two different buttons. You can see there's one button right here and then one button right here. This button, if I can even get it, there we go. This button just makes the body swing like this, and then the tail swings as well. And the other button does the same thing, but on the other side. And it's a lot more better when I'm not holding it like this, but it does a lot better movement than just this. So that leads us to our next thing, the capture gear. Here's the capture gear in two pieces. Another thing I noticed too is that this capture gear has a Stegosaurus emblem on it. I even checked on the Carcharodontosaurus and it didn't have any emblem, but this one does, so that's pretty cool. The capture gear, pretty simple. Just kind of hooks straight on. Gotta make sure all the pegs line up too, if I can. There we go. And it's captured. Has its capture gear. Goes over the spikes, goes through the plates. That's really cool. Very reminiscent to the Lost World Stegosaurus that had the capture gear on its tail, and you have this one. And of course, the action feature. Out of any two, you can use any of these buttons. You just take the button, and it just basically swings out. Like I said, it's a lot better to do it when I'm not holding it like this, but it shoots it a lot farther. So I think that's a really cool look as it is. So now we'll just do some quick comparisons real quick. I'll just put the capture gear back on just so I have it for the remainder of the video. There we go. Alrighty, so here is the new Mega Destroyer Stegosaurus, along with all of my other Stegosaurs from Mattel with their Jurassic World line. So we have the Action Attack Stegosaurus, then the Dual Attack, or a Mega Dual Attack I think, from Dino Rivals, then just a regular repaint Stegosaurus for the Camp Cretaceous set, and then the Mega Destroyer for Dinoscape. And I think they look really cool together. I'm always happy to have a huge herd of herbivores. I'm very interested in taking these out into like a field or nice, cool looking area to take pictures with these guys. So I think that's gonna be really fun to do. Quickly, I'm gonna move all these out of the way before we end the video. A couple more things I want to size compare, or just compare at least. Quickly, here's a human figure, which right now we have Wheatley, which I think he looks really well. The colors really fit well too, so I like that, kind of like a jungle safari-ish type colors. And then here's the Mega Destroyer Carcharodontosaurus, both of them with their capture gear on. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm super happy to finally have these Dinoscape figures, and I'm hoping they'll be hitting stores soon, because I'm waiting for them to show up. I'm gonna be right there in the store as soon as I hear that they're coming out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys again later.